These are the Apple AirPods 2, and right now you can pick them up for $199 if you want the full wireless experience. If you don't care about wireless charging, then you can buy them for $159. Now, if you're original AirPod 1 owner and you don't want to upgrade to AirPod 2 but want the wireless experience, you can buy just the case for $79. The cool thing this year are two things: the fact that you get the new H1 chip, and of course it can be wirelessly charged. Now if you are wirelessly charging it, it does use key charging, which means it pretty much works with any key charging pad. For example, I have a fast charger charging pad here which can do up to 10 watts. The AirPods 2 can only charge at 5 watts. That means basically it's gonna take a solid 3.5 hours to charge completely. You do get an orange light to let you know it is charging. This will turn green once it's done, but it won't stay consistent the entire duration. Yes, obviously the AirPods 2 will charge on the back of a Samsung Galaxy S10 or the Huawei P30 Pro. And it makes me think that Apple released the wireless charging capabilities now because come September, the new iPhone's gonna have reverse wireless charging. Now, if you're someone like me who dual wields 2 devices, they will work with Android smartphones, but you are gonna lose some of that functionality. For example, when you take the AirPods out of your ear, it's not gonna pause the song that's playing on the phone. Gestures won't work, so if you double tap it to change the song, that's not gonna happen. And of course, you're gonna lose some of that Siri voice assistant integration. Now, the H1 chip has brought a few key improvements to make the experience a little bit more seamless. And the first thing is being able to use voice activation. So I can simply say, "Hey Siri, what's the weather like tomorrow?" And it does it pretty instantly. I've seen other reviews that say it's slow, but based on my experience, it's actually really, really fast. The only time I found this experience to be slow is when I'm changing devices to listen to. And let's say I want to listen to a song on the iPad. I would have to basically go into the song, or let's say, for example, use YouTube Music. I would have to slide down from the top, press this, press the AirPods, and it takes a good 5 to 10 seconds before it connects. Finally connected, my AirPods are now connected, and I can start listening to music on the iPad. Now, for whatever reason, let's say I wanna transfer back, I gotta do the same thing over again. I gotta swipe up from the top, hold down whatever I'm listening to, press the icon, select AirPods, and then wait another 5 to 10 seconds. I would have loved to see this do it a little bit faster, considering other Bluetooth devices have the capability of connecting to multiple devices at the same time. So the next big thing is the gesture. There's basically one gesture that you can use, and it's basically double tapping the earbud to change the song. I would have loved to have volume controls on these AirPods. That's something that has been missing since the original version. The only way to control the volume is basically asking Siri to lower it or increase it, pull out your smartphone, or use your Apple Watch. The Apple Watch route is not so bad, but not everyone has an Apple Watch, and simply swiping up or down would have been a lot cleaner solution. Battery life on these guys are exceptional. I'm talking about 5 hours of use before needing to charge if you're just strictly listening to music. If you're doing phone calls, you're only gonna get about 3 to 3.5 hours, but still more than enough to complete like a conference call or talk to a buddy a few times. Now, if you make a lot of phone calls, these things are fantastic. They do sound good. I can hear the other person perfectly. The other person can't even tell that I'm on headphones. They actually think I'm talking through the iPhone itself. However, when it comes to sound quality, you're gonna lose out with these things because these are not passively blocking the noise around you, which means if you're in a loud environment, you're gonna hear everything and the sound quality gets reduced. Now, if you are in a quiet environment, the sound quality is actually not that bad. It has very good mid to low end. It just suffers on the high end. If you do want sound quality, then you're better off looking at a different pair of earbuds. The other thing to note is the fact that because these are not actively blocking noise from your ears, it means the earbud itself is not being jammed all the way in. So if you're someone who wears these for very long periods, you're less likely to get an ear infection compared to something like the Galaxy Buds or even the Sennheiser True Wireless Momentums. The deeper the earbud has to go into the ear, the more bacteria it collects, the higher chance of collecting or receiving an ear infection. Plus, because these don't go all the way in, they're just super light. I could be wearing these for like 3 to 4 hours and forget that they're actually in my ear. Whereas something like these guys over here, after an hour or an hour and a half of use, it starts to get kind of uncomfortable. Now, these AirPods are not for everybody because for some people, these will just fall right out of your ear. For me, they actually fit quite comfortably. I can run with these, I can go to the gym, they're just not gonna fall out. So here's the bottom line. If portability, form factor is your #1 priority, The AirPods 2 have everybody else beat. But if sound quality is of the utmost importance, then you gotta look at like the Sennheiser True Wireless Momentums or something else like the Jabra Elite 65Ts. These sound better, they block noise better, and overall will give you a better sounding experience. That wraps up my review of the AirPods 2. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Links to it will be in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.